1 week of brain rewiring has passed. This week I focused on the foundation. I decluttered and faced the emotions behind holding on to things. I talked about fixing your physical, mental and social states before you actually chase your goals. I called out my excuses that actually kill ambition. I started exercising because movement rewires the brain. And I also started to practice tiny acts of self-care because every signal matters. But here's what I haven't told you. I didn't tell you my actual goals. In neuroscience, there's a principle, and that is that you cannot build new neural pathways on top of dysfunctional ones. All these small acts that I've been accumulating this week were not a distraction. Actually, I am collecting them as a habit formation. I'd like to think of them as a prerequisite for a new neural pathway to emerge, like a plant that needs to be pruned first. And that's when it clicked, actually, because environmental order creates mental order, and mental order creates space for purpose. So, in a way, the microcosmos does reflect the macrocosmos, at least neurologically. So now that the foundation is created, well, here are my goals. Well, the obvious one is to lose weight. Then there is to develop my authentic voice, something which I have abandoned, actually. To live aligned with my purpose, to read more, and finally is to be present for myself, but also for my loved ones. And I know, this sounds quite a little bit too much, but if you look closer, you'll start to notice that they all live under this brain rewiring umbrella, and hence this video series. Here is my week 2 strategy, and it is rather simple. There won't be overwhelming to-dos because that really kills momentum. Instead, there will be like one daily focus, one habit to adopt that is aligned to our goals, and it is there to signal to the brain that we're actually changing. Because if there's anything that I've learned this week is that the brain doesn't respond to grand declarations, but it consists to consistent action. This does not mean that I will stop tending the foundation, because to be honest, there's so much muck gathered over the years that I have to take care of. However, it is time to add another layer. Otherwise, it just becomes a distraction from our actual goals. So tell me, I'm not sure actually, but is this resonating with you? Well, in any case, let week 2 begin.